Alright, so as expected, the ban list has arrived, and it's a skill list and a ban list, so I'm hoping for some juicy stuff. I'm expecting, well, you might have seen my ban list prediction video the other day. I'm expecting hits to basically all the top decks heading into Worlds. Also, I'm expecting things to some of the hits to some of the older decks. Things like your Fluas are getting a bit old now, your Lyralists are getting a bit old now. Stuff that's been around for quite a while is probably going to be hit on this list, I imagine. And also, someone in my Discord has said that I'm going to, quote, bust from this ban list. So I'm also expecting some Orchestun hits. Just a bit of prediction based on someone telling me I'm going to bust from the ban list, but let's see what's on here. So we'll start with the skills, or the cards first. Alright. Speed Duel. Okay, so that's one FTK dead. I can already see a second one dead. Oh, they actually... Okay. Well, this one wasn't really doing a whole lot, but it was definitely still a thing. People were still going around FTKing with it. So if you're wondering why this is dead, they've decided, yeah, enough FTKs, they're bullshit. They've got rid of this one, which is fantastic, because this FTK here, which was the Tindangle FTK, literally managed to get top 100 in the last KC Cup. I don't know how many games he played, but he did reach top 100 with it. Konami saw that and thought, huh, yeah, FTKs being in the featured top 100 best decks currently in the game, you know, probably not a good idea, so huge ban on that one. Yeah, which is the, they decided to limit these two together, so you can't play them together. Well, I'm not sure, does this actually stop the FTK entirely? I'm not sure, because it only does a small piece of the burn damage. I assume it does, but hopefully it does. Okay, now we're talking about some fat hits. Okay, so Predaplant, like this is like I mentioned at the start with the video, where I'm going to say there's some of the older decks will most likely to be hit on here. Predaplant is also featured in that list. Predaplant is quite old now, and this deck was like, yeah, you can't play the Kaiju and you can't play the Race Monster anymore, so thank God. They can't even play the Trap card in Graveyard. The deck is probably still functional. It can still do a whole lot of bullshit, but it can't use the cringy just tribute one of your opponent's monsters without them being able to respond stuff. They can't have the Trap in Graveyard to make sure they can't die and summon stuff during their opponent's turn. All that kind of stuff is gone. Deck should feel a lot more healthy now to play against, but I still think if you're good enough at Predaplant, you can still reach Cog with it, still climb with it, but I'm just not expecting it to do a whole lot in tournament play anymore. At least I'd be surprised if it does anything super extraordinary. Alright. Yeah, this is something that a lot of people sort of predicted. I was pretty unsure they would do this, so I didn't put it in my prediction video. This is obviously the easiest route to hit the Resonator Enfield, because the Resonator Enfield ends on a Void Ogre Dragon a lot of the time. Like 80% of the time they put the Void Ogre Dragon on the field as well. So this is the easiest way to sort of hit the Enfield without touching any of the sort of newer cards or any of the actual Resonator pieces, because Void Ogre Dragon isn't even like a... It's not part of the archetype, so it's kind of fine they hit this to one. It does suck for other decks that might want to use this card, considering the card really isn't that insane in general, considering your hand has to be empty to use it. It just happens to be that it fits really well with how Resonator work, especially considering they've got a continuous spell that on the following turn can search for a card from their deck, so they don't need to have necessarily follow-up plays in hand already. They've also got the dude in Graveyard that can revive himself, send a dude to Graveyard, which is more follow-up plays, so you don't even need to keep cards in hand. So it just kind of fit really well with Resonator, so good thing it's gone. Easiest way to hit the deck without touching into the actual core pieces, so sure. Yeah, I put this on my prediction video. I thought this card was very likely to be hit. I didn't think they put it to 1 though. This is a bit of a surprise. I thought they'd be like lightly tapping the deck. This is actually a fairly significant hit, because this puts it to 1 in combination with, like, you know, Gazelle, so you actually cannot play this card. I thought they'd just make it so that if you wanted to play this card, you had to take out a limit 3 or something, but they just decided you're not playing this anymore, which is... Yeah, that's a big hit. That is a lot of resources lost, because a lot of the time, solid players, really good ones, they'd be able to if they got enough combo pieces in hand or whatever, they'd be able to use this on their first turn to add 2 cards back to hand, recycle it, use it on the next turn to add another 2 cards back to hand. So it was recurring a shit ton of value. So with this gone, that is a very big hit to Salad. I actually expect that to be a gigantic hit to the deck. That is a lot of resources being lost now. We'll see how the deck functions after this. I suspect this is going to be a really, really big hit if they can't play one of their main recurring pieces anymore. So it's essentially -4 cards. Oh, I guess not -4, because you have to search this thing in the first place, so it's, yeah, minus like 2 cards? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, this is on my ban list prediction too. I'm surprised they did both of these. I'm pretty sure just nerfing this one would have been like enough to make the deck at least somewhat more. I didn't think the deck was that OP in the first place. It was definitely strong, of course, but in terms of like compared to other meta decks had in the past, it wasn't that dominant. If you look at the KC Cup, it was incredibly versatile. There were definitely like decks everywhere of different kinds, so I don't think they really need to go that hard on Resonator. But Tuning Gun wasn't really. This isn't needed in the deck, just like this isn't needed in the deck for the deck to be functional, so sure, good enough. Just seems like they're weakening the whole meta, which is good. Getting rid of FTKs and then making sure the top decks are all being sort of hit at once, which is nice. So, yeah. Limit 2. What do we got here? Okay, I assume was Infinity Launcher at 1 or something? Before? I can't remember. Sure, this won't change anything, but nice for people that want to play Infinity. Oh, that's it? Okay, well, a bit disappointed there's any hero hits, because hero, despite being a weak deck or weaker deck, not being that popular, or not being that popular in terms of like competitive play, in terms of ladder play, I see it every second game, and I'm really, really tired of it. And in the past, Konami has hit decks being ladder popular. They hit Dark Magician when it was no even close to being meta, just because it was so popular on ladder for so long. They actually hit it. That was a very old ban list now, but that was something they have done in the past, and I was hoping they do it for Hero as well, but I guess with Worlds around the corner, they probably want Hero to be like a possible deck someone might want to bring to Worlds, so maybe they want to keep it around for that. I was hoping to get here, because I'm sick to death of it on ladder. But I guess at least the Predaplant Kaiju's gone, so that's one of the two uninteractive removal cards gone from the metagame. Alright, so what are we getting on the Unlimited list? Armageddon Knights! I think this must be why my Discord was saying I was going to nut. Yeah, Orcust, very big lover of this card. Huge lover of this card. That is so good, actually. I said this like ever since this card came out. Why? Why was this limited? It got released, nobody used it because it was limited. Like, why would you do that? Like, if you're going to release cards into the game and you want them to be used, just have them be unlimited. If you don't want it to be used, you put it to 3 and then it's not used, so why bother releasing it? It doesn't make much sense. Like, why are you going to release a card, put a thing on it to say you can't play it? Why release it in the first place? It was a waste of time. So thank God this is unlimited. You can now play it for free in just all Orcust decks, which is fantastic. Orcust got a new starter, which is really good. It'd be nice to play this in Orcust Fleur, but we'll see if Fleur actually survives in this ban list. I'm suspecting the skill list is going to be pretty nasty towards Fleur, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that is so good. Alright, Lost Wind, sure. This had a was this limit 3? Whatever it was, it didn't need to be on there. No reason for it. That's a scary card to take off. This card has been relevant in a lot of different metagames in its lifetime, which is kind of weird to see them taking it off, considering it's only been like... Last time this was considered like a top tier thing was like the Dragon Link Borrow deck, whatever you want to call it, which wasn't that long ago, like a year ago or something, maybe even less than a year actually. This thing was considered meta relevant, and it's already getting taken off of a ban list. I think there's probably some other cards on the list that deserve to be taken off before this one did. This is a very scary card for them to take off a ban list, but we'll see how it turns out. Fusion Deployment. Oh yeah, there was no reason for this to be on there. This is because if you guys haven't seen the potential leaks, there's a lot of branded stuff potentially coming. I think this stuff likes getting used in branded. I think, if I remember correctly, so maybe that's why they're unlimiting it. It didn't need to be limited in the first place, because one of those cards where, like with this card here, they released it with a limitation, and then no one used it because it had a limitation on it, so there was no point in releasing it in the first place, so good thing they've removed it. It can actually be used in decks now, which is great. Rapid Trigger, sure. I think I'm completely okay with this one. This one's very sus, but this one, whatever. Moral Link is not doing that great at the moment, so sure, go ahead. This is in preparation for another deck that's being released, so another skill being released that I think uses this card. I think that's coming up soon, which is why they've decided to unlimit this. Sure, that's doesn't affect me whatsoever because I don't play Pendulum, but sure. Caesar's being unlimited. Okay, D&D decks are more flexible now, and this card actually could be played in other decks now if they wanted to, but its summoning condition was always kind of a a bit rough. 2 Fiends makes it so it's not super generic. I think when they released this into the game, Konami thought, oh shit, this card's insane in Master Duel. Better make sure it's limited in Duel Links so they can't go ham with it. But this game isn't the same as Master Duel. We don't have access to level 6 Fiends super easily. It's not like we're doing Ubel combos or Fiendsmith combos in this game, so level 6 Fiends are just like, there's no Unchained combo in this for this either, because we don't have the Shavara? Whatever the Unchained monster is, we don't have it in this game, so yeah, this had no reason to be limited. They got scared of this for no reason. Unicorn, this is just they saw that Necros came out, didn't really do anything. They're like, oh, alright, if this deck isn't really doing anything, might as well let Unicorn be free. Don't think this will change much whatsoever. Every single time there's a ban list and I see Shiranui has been updated or changed on there, I think to myself, they still had a card on the ban list? So, alright, Solitaire Unlimited. I thought all Shiranui cards were already unlimited, so great, I guess. That just shows how much they nerfed this deck, that it's still, even to this day, still getting cards taken off the ban list. That's crazy. Alright, moving on. The fuck is this? A Chem Critter card. Why was this even on here in the first place? Who the hell was playing Chem Critter? Alright, okay, cool. Shooting Riser Dragon, this was like from an ancient Orcust thing they were doing with the Odd Eyes combo skill thing without using this, so there's no reason for this to be on here anymore. Also, this card actually might see some play somewhere now that's been taken off. The Croc! Ooh. Now, the Croc's a good card. Damn, a new level 9 for Fluor, if it doesn't get, completely deleted out of existence in a moment. A new level 9. Okay, well, the Croc is a really good card. It draws cards, it pops cards, it is a great card, so we'll see how much impact this has on the game. This is a really good synchro monster, so damn, level 9's finally coming off the list, huh? Oh, shit. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. Why was this still on here? Just another card. This has been banned or limited, whatever it was, since like, I think it actually came into the game limited, I think, or something, which is like bizarre since that makes it like a 2017 limitation that was still on the ban list, so sure, I don't know why this was still on there. Good that it's unlimited. Dude, they actually just, oh my god, why do I keep doing that? They're just fixing a lot of things they had on the ban list that had no reason to ever be on there. Because this card too had literally no reason to ever be on there. It was released, banned, everyone looked at the card being released and they saw limitation, they're like, how is this deck gonna function with your, like, their best trap cards being limited? And they finally went, oh, yeah, you're kinda right, so they've unlimited it. Same with like all the other things we saw on here with the, this coming out limited made no sense whatsoever. This thing coming out limited made no sense. This was probably made no sense being limited. I don't know. Crimson Fox is a very old one as well. Looks like they're just updating the ban list on stuff that shouldn't be on there anymore. This shouldn't be on there. It makes literally no sense. Oh, they can play the trap card. Is this the fusion one though, right? Okay, so taking out the Kaiju from the deck, but you can play Predaplant. This is kind of important because a lot of Predaplant users were already swapping to this trap card instead of using the Kaiju effect anyway. So you'd have to check to see if there's any other limited ones in Predaplant, or if maybe just having only one of the fusion monster might be enough to kill the deck anyway. So only having access to one of the fusion monster is quite nasty in the first place, so yeah, maybe it's all still fine now. Oh, that's it. Okay, so they just unlimited a buttload of random ass cards. And the meta impactful stuff all seems like just nice little taps on the wrist for the decks that were most powerful. Which is pretty good to see. I don't mind this ban list so far. Seems pretty good. Alright, let's see what they did to the skills though. Alright, there's the Lyrillist skill we were looking for. So, Lyrillist being nerfed. And their ability to summon many monsters in one turn. Dimension Grasp. This is is this a zombie skill? No. Time Thief skill. Okay, this deck was that's an interesting thing to buff. I wonder what they did to that. Don't know what that is. Draggy Star Nova? Is this like... Is like Rush Duel skills or something? I have no idea what their skills are. Bird Humming. You cannot normal or special summon any monsters except literalist monsters. Oh, is this instead of banning that card? The super little, oh my god, I forgot the name of it is. Is this to stop you playing that one monster they were using to revive from grave? You can't even play that anymore? You can't even play the, I mean, you can play Crow, but you can't normal summon Crow as like an extra monster to use as part of your combo. That is a rude way to nerf the deck, but that should be like... The deck was already super bricky, it's going to be so much more bricky now. And it's that's so rude. Doesn't affect the extra deck though, it shouldn't make the deck unplayable, but it just means, yeah, that one normal summon they were using, they can't play anymore. Yeah, okay. Dimension Grasp. You can use the skills first to fate once per turn and twice to still. During your main phase, shuffle 8 of your banished cards into the deck. At random. Oh, that doesn't change anything. What is this? At the beginning of the duel, add 1 Time Thief redraw to your extra deck. During all of your turns, you cannot normal or special summon, excluding special summons from the extra deck, any monsters except Time Thief monsters. What? I don't know what that change is. I have to look it up in DLM afterwards, because I don't really know what that's talking about. Turn 2 and onward. What the hell is this? This is Rush Duel stuff, isn't it? Rush Duel, don't care, and don't care. Alright, let me look that skill up on DLM real quick and see if they've got it updated yet. So I'm not sure what they mean by that. And they are quick. They have got it already up. Let's see. Now lets you summon non-time thief monsters on your opponent's turn and no longer shuffles a card back going first. Oh, okay, sure. Will that be of any relevance whatsoever? It means you can play like the IDP, I guess. And no longer shuffling a card is pretty useful too. Deck's probably still not going to be that great though, but I mean, it's still playable at least. Alright, well, that's the ban list. Honestly, I think it's been a pretty good list. There's no Fleur on here, so that means if I wanted to play Fleur for the World Championship qualifier, I actually can if I wanted to. That's kind of cool. We've now got more level 9 synchros for Fleur, so you can actually play that potentially with Orchest as well, which could be fun. And as for the actual impactful hits that you actually care about, yeah, Resonator hit, good, very solid Resonator hit, very solid Salad hit, so it really should impact the tier list quite a bit. These two decks got very solid hits, so did Predaplant, so everything down here maybe pushed up a bit. Subterra's in a very, very solid spot now. Holy shit, Subterra might go ham. Hero, which was starting to fall off, might start to climb back up a little bit. God, that Subterra's in such a good spot right now. Alright, well, that's it for today's ban list video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Was it a good ban list? Bad ban list? Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. I'll probably do a post-ban list duel room tomorrow or the day after for you guys that want to participate in that. And yeah, laters.